Hello and welcome to WMCT Sports Weekly. New show, new set, same old boring host. We're going to have highlights, interviews, and stories on anything to do with Marlboro High and Assabet Valley sports. We'll start off with some highlights from the week in the first ever 2-minute drill. Marlboro gets on the board early as Liv Larson scores off this pass from Catherine Glennon, and the Panthers wouldn't look back from that goal. The next two Panther goals are courtesy of Jill Petrie, who gets assists from Christina Leonard on both. Abby Larson does some work by herself on this rebound to put the Panthers up 4. Again, Larson and Glennon team up to give the Panthers their 5th goal of the first half. In the second, a tough break for Glennon, who looks like she has a goal of her own, but it deflects off Jill Petrie's stick, giving her a hat trick. Off the feed from Colin Hennessy, Abby Larson crushes one on net, and it goes in to put the Panthers up 7. Late in the second half, it's Colin Hennessy by himself twice, unassisted, within minutes. And the final score in this one is 9-0 as the Panthers go on to win their second game of the season. Marlboro and Neshoba girls start out the Milwaukee cross-country race at Galone Park, the first one of the season for both schools. And just a few minutes later, the boys' race kicks off. We skip ahead to the finish here as Kyle Cloutier finishes for Neshoba with a time of 16:29. He would end up passing those girls that started ahead of him. And coming in second overall for the boys' race, another Neshoba runner, Ryan Galuli, at a time of 16:41. An exciting finish here in the girls' race as Erin Juneau squeaks past Alexandra Batiz by 2 seconds. 2 more Panther girls finish as Noelle Bass and Christiana Kearns finish for Marlboro, and Nick Jones comes in right behind them for the boys' race, another Neshoba runner. The 4th overall runner is Matt Butaglieri for Neshoba, and then Owen Hunter sneaks in ahead of 2 Panther runners to round out the boys' race. And the girls' race finishes off with Emily Vivanco finishing for Neshoba, as Neshoba boys go on to win 15-44, no Panther runners in the top 5. And the Panther girls go on to win their meet as Erin Juneau is the first overall finisher for the girls. Later on Tuesday night, it was the Marlboro girls volleyball team taking on Wachusett. Marlboro started off down in the first match, but they stormed their way back, and after this nice volley, Wachusett cannot return it back over net, and Marlboro ties it up. Now looking to take the lead, which they would not relinquish. Marlboro spikes it over net. Wachusett can't return. Now on game point, Marlboro holds serve. Wachusett does their best as they get it over the net. No problem for Marlboro as they spike it, and it cannot be returned. Marlboro takes the first game. The second game was controlled by Marlboro, and it was all about one thing, and that was aces. Marlboro was able to put together a string of 4 aces. Nothing that Wachusett could do to return the ball as Marlboro celebrates with their dance. And how else would you expect game 2 to end with an ace? Marlboro goes up 2-0 in this round. Game 3 was more of the same as Wachusett could just not return Marlboro's serves. Marlboro went out big time in this one, and here, with game point, Wachusett is actually able to return the serve, but Marlboro handles it very well. They have a nice little volley going. Nice play there by Wachusett. Marlboro fakes the spike with a little tap. Wachusett's return spike is blocked, and Marlboro goes on to win 3-0 as Emily Lucas and Kaylee Coate each had 5 aces. As you saw from that cross-country highlight, Marlboro's very own Erin Juneau placed first in the girls' race. That was good enough for her to earn this week's Player of the Week. Our Zoe Zandora caught up with her after the race.
That's right, Erin was ecstatic after crossing over the finish line in Marlboro Neshoba's first Milwaukee cross-country meet.
It felt really good, like getting back into it and like getting back into the swing of things, because like we had like 2 weeks of just practice, and like I wanted to get in like the racing mood, so like felt good.
It was advice from her coaches that got her to push herself toward a strong finish.
One of my coaches told me after I got up the last hill in the woods to like start thinking about finishing. So that's definitely when I started thinking about it and stuff. And then like coming into this field part, I like had to finish.
Although she won this race, she knows there are parts of her strategy that she can always improve on.
I guess like pacing myself. Like a lot of times I go out too fast. And like today I thought about like that the entire time, like keeping like a steady pace and like just not going out too fast and like just feeling it out, you know.
But in the end, it is still an accomplishment that she is proud of.
Being able to do that, being able to run 3 miles as fast as I can.
Tune in every week as we highlight students as Player of the Week. For WMCT Sports, I'm Zoe Zandora.
So that's it for our first episode. Now I want you to go follow us on Twitter at WMCT Sports. Also, if you have any ideas about stories or a nomination for Player of the Week, tweet us, Facebook us, email us, or even call us. For WMCT Sports Weekly, I'm Tom Brown, and we'll see you again next week.